All right, so everyone's talking about AI right now, right? Every day there's something new, it seems like.
Mhm.
A new tool, a new promise about AI. But how do we figure out what's hype and what's really going to move the needle?
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today. We're
Yes.
looking at this article by Brad Costanzo and his 5 buckets of AI innovation. Have you seen this?
I have, yeah. It's a good one. It's a good way to really kind of cut through and figure out, okay, where's the meat, you know?
Yeah, where can AI really make a difference,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. No,
Not just be a shiny object.
yeah, and I think what I appreciate about his approach is he really pushes us beyond just automating tasks. He wants us to see AI as a strategic partner, which I think is really interesting.
I love that. So it's not just about AI taking over the boring stuff. It's about AI helping us think bigger and make smarter decisions.
Exactly. Like from the get-go, he jumps right into this bucket he calls thinking,
Thinking.
which at first you're like, AI is supposed to think for me.
Yeah, it seems counterintuitive, right? Like, isn't AI about robots and algorithms, not necessarily like strategic thinking?
Right, but this is where it gets interesting. Think about those times you're wrestling with a big strategic decision, like during a SWOT analysis when you're trying to figure out your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Costanzo suggests that AI can be like having an extra brain in the room, helping you see those blind spots and uncovering opportunities you might have otherwise missed.
Hmm. So instead of spending weeks agonizing over spreadsheets and market research reports, AI can analyze all that data for you in a fraction of the time.
Precisely. Imagine you're launching a new product. AI can analyze mountains of data market trends, competitor analysis, even social media sentiment, and provide you with insights that would take a human team weeks or even months to uncover.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what gets me excited. So you're not just talking about, AI like scheduling my meetings better. You're talking about like really big picture stuff,
Exactly.
like helping me validate, some big decision that we're going to make.
Yeah, and think about this. It's not just the speed. It's also about the potential for uncovering hidden patterns or connections that we humans might miss.
Okay.
Because we're linear thinkers.
We get stuck in our way.
We get stuck in our ways. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's mind-blowing. But let's move on to Costanzo's next bucket because I want to make sure we have time for all of them. Creating. Now, I know a lot of people, myself included, were a little apprehensive about AI replacing human creativity.
Yeah.
What does Costanzo have to say about that? So when it comes to this creating bucket, are we talking about, robots writing novels and composing symphonies?
Yeah, not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Okay.
But what Costanza really highlights is AI's ability to enhance our creative process, not replace it.
Okay.
So think of it as, having an army of tireless assistants helping you scale up your content production without sacrificing quality.
Okay, that sounds great in theory, but how does that actually work? Can you give me some concrete examples? Because I need to wrap my head around that.
Absolutely, yeah. So let's say you've got a killer blog post
Yeah.
that you poured your heart and soul into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of just publishing on your website and hoping for the best, AI can help you repurpose that content across multiple channels.
So we're talking about turning one blog post into social media snippets, maybe even an infographic or a video script.
Exactly. AI can actually analyze your blog post, identify the key takeaways, and then reformat that information into different formats that are optimized for different platforms.
Oh.
Costanzo calls this derivative content. And it's a game changer for anyone who's trying to, maximize their content's reach and impact without, working themselves to the bone.
Right. Right.
You were saying that you're trying to boost your company's social media presence. How helpful would this be to kind of take some of that content you're already creating and then use AI to make it work for social media?
That would be incredible, especially because, like you said, we're already stretched thin with content creation.
Right.
It always feels like we're racing against the clock to churn out fresh content.
Exactly, yeah.
But, okay, so this is all starting to make sense. So we've got AI helping us think strategically with the thinking bucket and then amplifying our creative output with the creating bucket. What's next on Costanzo's list?
So the next bucket is all about communication, aptly titled Communicating.
Okay.
And this is where AI is already making a huge difference in many businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. We've all experienced the frustration of clunky customer service or internal communication breakdowns, right?
Exactly. And this is where AI can really step in to streamline those processes and eliminate those pain points. Think about chatbots, for example.
Okay.
They've come a long way from those early versions that felt robotic and unhelpful.
Oh, I remember those. It
Yeah.
was like talking to a wall.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
But now, AI-powered chatbots can handle a wide range of customer queries 24/7. So it frees up your human agents to deal with more complex issues.
So it's not about replacing human interaction altogether. It's about using AI to handle those routine inquiries and provide like instant support, right?
Precisely. And it's not just external communication either. AI can also streamline your internal communications as well.
Okay.
Imagine having an AI assistant that has your entire company handbook memorized.
Oh my gosh.
Employees could ask questions about, vacation policies or expense reports and get instant answers, saving everyone time and frustration.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like I spend half my day answering the same questions over and over again. This could be a game changer for internal productivity.
Absolutely. And it frees you up to focus on, again, those more strategic tasks.
Right.
Now, the next bucket might be my favorite, analyzing. In a world drowning in data, AI is the key to unlocking its hidden potential. It becomes our data whisperer, if you will.
Okay, I love that analogy, data whisperer. But what does that actually look like in practice?
So it's about moving beyond just collecting data to actually understanding what it's telling us. And the beauty of AI is that it can analyze both numbers and human behavior, spotting patterns and trends that we might miss.
Okay, so AI as our data whisperer, I'm intrigued. But can you give me a concrete example of how this analyzing bucket plays out in the real world?
Absolutely. You were talking earlier about, trying to figure out why some marketing campaigns perform better than others.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
It's like a guessing game sometimes.
Exactly. Imagine if you could take years of your customer data. And I'm not just talking about what they bought, but their behavior on your website, their engagement with your emails, even their social media activity, and then use AI to analyze all of that.
Okay.
AI could pinpoint these surprising correlations, like customers who purchase product X within 3 months of downloading this specific white paper are 80% more likely to become repeat buyers. Things that we would never see on our own.
Wow. Okay, see, that's incredible because we would never spot those kinds of patterns on our own. Talk about actionable insights.
Exactly. And that's the power of AI in this analyzing bucket. It's moving beyond those vanity metrics to uncover the deep, often hidden insights that can dramatically impact your decision-making.
All right, this is all starting to paint a really exciting picture of how AI can be used strategically, but we've got one bucket left, right? Automating. And I feel like, we've all heard a lot about automation, so how does AI kind of take this to the next level?
Yeah, you're right. Automation itself isn't new, but what AI allows us to do is to start automating processes that we never thought possible before. Things that used to require human intuition, complex decision-making. AI can now start to take those over.
Okay, so we're not just talking about robots on an assembly line anymore.
Exactly. Think about something like personalizing a customer's journey. So, in the past, you might have segmented your audience into, a few broad categories and kind of marketed to them that way.
Right.
With AI, you can create these hyper-personalized experiences for each individual, tailoring recommendations, content, even email sequences based on their unique behavior and preferences.
So instead of getting those generic marketing emails, we'd be getting content that feels like it was actually chosen just for us.
Precisely. And on the flip side, AI can automate all of those tedious, repetitive tasks that suck up so much of our time and mental energy.
Yes, please.
Things like invoicing, scheduling, even parts of the employee onboarding process. All of that can be seamlessly handled by AI, which then frees you up to focus on that more strategic, creative, human-centric work.
That's what I'm talking about. Who wouldn't want to offload those mind-numbing tasks, to an AI assistant? Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here with Costanzo's 5 buckets of AI innovation. It's clear that AI has the potential to transform the way we work, but it's also easy to feel kind of overwhelmed by all the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
So what's the key takeaway? Where do we even begin?
Well, and Costanzo really emphasizes this. It's not about chasing every shiny new AI tool that comes along.
Right.
It's about being strategic, being intentional. And he recommends a really simple 3-step process. First, identify your biggest challenges. What are the pain points, the bottlenecks, the areas where you are really struggling to scale, to innovate? Then, and only then, you look at those 5 buckets and you see which ones offer the most promising solutions.
Right.
And then finally, start small. Don't feel like you need to overhaul your entire business overnight.
Right.
Experiment, measure your results, and then gradually integrate AI into your workflows as you go.
So it's about taking a step back, assessing our needs, and then exploring how AI can help us achieve our specific goals,
Absolutely.
not just like throwing AI at everything and hoping something sticks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This has been amazing. I feel like, we could talk for hours about all of this, and I really appreciate you, walking us through Costanzo's framework. I think it's such a valuable tool. And for our listeners, just remember, this deep dive, this is just the beginning of your AI journey, right?
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
most important thing is to stay curious, experiment, and don't be afraid to like dive in and get your hands dirty.
Exactly. And never stop learning
Right.
because this is an evolving space.
Absolutely. And instead of just asking, what can AI do, we should be asking, what do we want AI to do for us?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great way to frame it.
And I think Costanzo's 5 buckets framework gives us this really powerful roadmap for navigating this, exciting and sometimes overwhelming world of AI. So as you go forward from this deep dive, think about which of those buckets really resonated with you the most. Are you excited about AI supercharging your strategic thinking,
Yeah.
amplifying your creative output, or maybe just freeing you from those tedious tasks that are holding you back? The possibilities really are limitless. You gotta get started.
Exactly.
So thank you again for listening, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.